Why is it so close?
Because you zoomed on it.
How do I do that? How do I unzoom that? Hi, everybody. I'm trying to work a mouse, and clearly I'm not good at it.
Double tap it. Nope. Double tap it without clicking it.
Tap, tap. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. Nobody was there to watch that. We'll just edit that out. Yeah, right. All right. Hello, fourth grade beginners. What a bummer of a day to not be able to have our concert tonight. So we thought we would get ourselves all dressed up and go through our concert practice together tonight as much as we can. So I hope you're out there with us and you grab your instrument. Remember, we're going to go all the way back to the very, very first day of orchestra. I want you to make sure you leave your bow out of the case, have it ready, but we're not going to start with it right away. So the first thing that you need to do is we're going to start and we're going to go by the numbers. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't know who these people were behind me, you know Libby from previous episodes. Libby plays cello. This is my husband, Mr. Ed Spinner, plays the bass, high school orchestra director. And so we're just going to go through a bunch of things tonight that we were going to practice for our concert anyway. So here we go. We're going to go by the numbers, and I'm going to do things backwards. You'll notice that I'm missing a string tonight. It's okay. Life happens, and who knew it? The orchestra teacher doesn't have extra strings at home. So life happens. We'll roll with it. Here we go. You ready? I go 1 and you echo back. Ready? 1.
1,
2.
2.
Together we go. 3, 4. And then we go. Ready? Let's rock. And I said, eek, eek, eek. All the little ants, 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 digging in the dirt, 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 going underground, ground, ground, clearing the way to China, China, China. All right, keep those instruments up. You know this song. Here we go. Dee-dee, dee-dee. Dee-dee, 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 dee-dee. A string 4 times. I, dee, 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 dee. Dee-dee. 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 Keep those instruments up. We do some echoes. I'm first, you're second. D and A strings, I go first. D, 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 D. You know. D. You're gonna sing and play too, right? D, A, D, D, A, D, A, D, D, A, A, D, A, A, D, A, D, A, D. That's right. That's what we call the Brad Spinner special right there. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, rest for a second. Nice job. Okay, so now we have gone through all of the basics, and we learned very quickly that it is a very important skill to be able to keep your eyes on the conductor. So you must watch. And since I am a mom, I say, watch me, mommy. So I sing, you play back what I sing, but you cannot play until I drop my hands. Don't go early. But the good news is, because we're live tonight, I can't hear anybody make any mistakes. So I'm assuming it's all perfect. So make sure you're watching. Here we go. I'm first. Ready, Bebs? Okay, here we go. D, D, D. D, D, D. Good. Yep. A, A, A. A, A, A. D, D, A, A.
D, D,
A,
A,
A, A, D.
A, D.
I'm going to get a little tricky on you now. Here we go. D, A, D, A.
D, A, D,
A, A, D.
A, A, D.
D, D, A, D.
D, D, A, D.
A, A, D, A.
A, A, D.
A, A, D.
A, A,
D. All right. Good job at home. I know that you did a great job. I really hope I tricked you up, though. I bet I did. Let's go. Okay, because practice. Practice is really, really important. So remember, when you're watching and we are breathing together, we play together. So that's a really important thing as we move along in the year. When we start to get some music, we got to get that skill really ready to go. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get in the zone. The DNA zone. That's right. So we're on the DNA strings, just like we've been. But now we're going to add some fingers. First finger we're going to add is E. One finger on the D string. I sing, you play back. We're going to start with open D, walk our way up to it. Here we go. D, 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 play. D,
D, D.
add one finger, E, 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 go.
E, E, E.
Good job. D, E, D, D.
D, E, D, D.
E, D, E, D.
E, D, E, D.
Good. All right. So now we're going to go back to that oldie but goodie. All about the D. We're going to play D 3 times, and then we play E 3 times. We stay put 4 E 3 times, and go back to the D. D 3 times. Make sure your instrument's up, and we're ready to play. Cello players, remember, don't get that headlock going on. Bass players, get that elbow off of the crook of the neck. We want to get that up off of that area. All right, violins, violas. Remember, it's not wabbit season and it's not duck season. It's rad season. Right at me. Here we go. Here we go. 3 times. Ready, and we play D, D, D. Add one finger. Go. E, E, E. Stay put. E, E, E. Back to the D. Go. D, D. We're gonna do it again. Because you know we're all about the D, about the D. No fingers, we're all about the E, about the E. First finger, we're all about the E, about the E. First finger, we're all about the D, about the D. I hope y'all are catching this. These two goofballs back here looking at each other. But you know what? We're all having fun making music together. And I'll tell you what, when you've got people in your family that play music and you do it together, it's a really, really great time. So I hope you encourage others in your house to get involved with music making with you. All right, we're moving on. Next thing we're going to do is we learn hot cross buns. So that means we need to learn F sharp. So violins and violas, big fat 2 fingers. Cellos, 3. Basses, big 4. Yeah, here we go. Let's work our way up to it. Play for me. D, 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 play.
D, D.
E, 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 go.
E, E, E.
Here we go. F, 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 go.
F, F, F.
So we're going to go F, E, D. Hot cross buns, whole song. F, E, D. Do it again. Ready, go. F, E, D. Stay put, go. D, D, D. Add 1. E, 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 E. F, E, D. All right, we're gonna add one more note. We're gonna add a G. Let's walk up to it. Play for me. D, 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 play.
D, D, D.
E, 3 times, ready, E, ready, go. E, E, E. F 3 times, ready and go. F, F, F. Now let's go to G, ready, go. G, G, G. A little We Will Rock You. We're gonna play G, F, E, D, E, E. Do it with me, starting on the G. G, F, E, D, E, E. Do it again. Ready and go now. G, F, E, D, E, E. Very, very nice. Very good. We're moving on. All right. So now we're going to do just like butter. Now, this is a goldie, but a goodie. I'm going to put this up in front of you so that you all can see that at home. And I'm sure it'll be okay. You know this. They're smart people. All right. So here we go. We're going to start with E, G, G, D. Okay. We start with E. Ready? E is first.
I know what
E,
you've done, but
G,
I want it all.
G, D, D. Again. E, G, G, D. Do it again. E, G, D, D, E, G, G. Now we go E, G, E, G. Here we go. E, G, E, G, E, G. Do it again. E, G, E, G, E, G. Now E doubles. Here we go. E, E, D, G, 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 D, D, E, E, G, 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 D, D, E, E, G, 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 D, D, E, E, G, 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 D, D, and E. Swell. Nice job. Loved it. So we're going to keep reinforcing E to G because that's a tough move for, especially for violins, violas, and cellos because they're going from one to all of them. So that's a real tricky thing, and it's all about that muscle memory. So we're going to keep working on that with a song that is oh so popular, and I apologize, families out there, if you heard this and you're still hearing it. So we're going to do D, E, G. Try it with me. Go. D, E, G. Do it again. D, E, G. Do. D, E, G. Now G and then F. G, G, F. Do it again. D, E, G. Do. This is double. D, E, G. Do. D, E, G. Do. G, G, F. Do it again. Baby shark. Do. Baby shark. Do. Baby shark. Do. Baby shark. Daddy shark. Do. Daddy shark. I don't know the order of the words to do. Daddy shark. Do. Daddy shark. And we'll leave the rest of it for the actual concert. But you keep working on that. All right. Next up, we get to take a little breather with your instruments. Everybody put your instruments down. That's right. He's worried. I could see the look in his eye. What's she making me do now? It's okay. Hands on your hips. Hands on your thighs. Hands on your knees. Hands on your shoulders. Hands on your head. Make a moose. No, just kidding. I just kind of wanted to see that. All right. So here we go. I sing. You sing back. I'm here. You're here. No, my friend. Here. Cookie, you sure nobody passed here. No, my friend. No, my friend. Again. Cookie, you sure nobody passed here. You go. No, my friend. Well, now your hands go here. One of me dumplings got. Don't tell me so. One of me dumplings got. Don't tell me so. One of me dumplings gone. Oh! All right, we're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna sing the notes: F, E, D, A, and B. A, 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 listen with our playing this time. Here we go. Maybe. Whoop. No bow yet, silly goose. Making the rules. Sheesh. I'm first. A and B. A, 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 B, A. You go. F, E, D. Uh-huh. A, 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 B, A. You go. F, E, D. A. F, 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 E, E, D. F, F, E, E, D. F, 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 E, E, D. Aww. All right, nice. Okay. So we had some fun visitors come and join us at the end of November. They came from the land down under, our Aussie friends. And if any of them are watching right now, hello. Hope you're enjoying your warmth while we are enjoying our very, very, very cold winter right now. So they came and we did a little special tribute for them. We did a little Bee Gees because that's where they're from. And so we did Staying Alive for them. So would you all please, I have this in front. Could you, let's just practice the hard part, which is starting on the A string. Can you all play for me? A, A, A. Ready? And here you go. A, A, A. Now play B, B, B. B, B, B. Good. We're going to go. B, A, G, F, E. E. Ready? Go. B, A, G, F, E. E. Do it again. B, A, G, F, E. E. All right. So let's try it with some background tracks. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2. It's E first. E, E, D, E. Again. E, E, D, E. Open A. A, 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 A. Now it's E. E to B. B, E, B, E. E, B, E. Again. E, B, E, B. Now backwards, here we go. B, A, G, F, E, E, B, A, G, F, E, E. That's it. Good. That's a tough one, but it's a lot of fun. Okay. So then finally, we got to that great time where you were so excited and we had snow and we couldn't get to it. We had to wait a little bit. But that's okay because we finally got to it and you guys are rock stars with the bow. Grab your bows. Okay. So we remember violins and violas. When we go to put this on, we're just going to slide it right down. Boom, 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 boom. It's right there. Pinky on top. Turn the doorknob. Remember I said whip to the tip. Boom. Cellos. You're going to go middle metal. Pick up a dirty tissue. You like so. Right here. And it's across the front. Basses. Mr. Rad, you show your magic bass trick.
Basses, I like to use the karate chop. So here's my bow. And I use the karate chop like that. And I wiggle my bottom thumb and bring it up here, right inside, right in front of the frog, just like so. All right, but Mrs. Radspinner's middle metal also works for basses really, really well.
All
But
right.
the karate chop is really fun too.
Yes. Do you make sound with the karate chop?
Well, I'm a boy. We make sound effects.
Oh, yeah. Everything has a sound effect. Exactly. All right. So we all got our bows. We're going to put it on the A string. A string, you should have dots. And if you don't, bring your bow to school and I'll make sure you've got dots. We're going to go dot to dot. We're going to pull on the A string. All right. Everybody ready to rock and roll? A string, play for me. Huh?
Fish.
A. Ready? Pull A. A. Yep. Do it again. Ready? Pull. A. That's right. Good. Okay. So now we're going to apply that to our song that we first did. Okay, we're just going to pull long strokes. We're not super worried about tempo. We just want to pull a nice open A stroke. Ready, pull. A. Good. Let's reset it. Let's do it again. Ready? Hey. Let's do it again. Reset it. Ready? Pull. Hey. Good. Let's do it again. Ready? Go. Hey. One more time. Ready? Pull. Hey. Okay, we're going to reset it. Dance. Let's shout. Hey. Do it again. Let's dance. Let's shout. Hey. Yeah. One more again. Let's dance. Hey. Yeah. Dance. Let's shout. Hey. Good. Okay. So we've got that pattern going on, and then we started to add some fingers with the bow. So play for me. D, D, D with your bow. D, D, D. Good. Add one finger. E 3 times. Ready and go. E, E. Good. Now play for me. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. So we're going to use those 3 notes with echo patterns. I'm first. Don't forget the headbang, friends. Here we go. Ready? I sing, you play back. We're starting with E, me first. I go E, 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 E. Now we gotta sing this part, people. Take my hand, often never, never last. Yes. All right. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So now we put it all together. We're all going to go through our entire D scale of notes that we've got. So we're going to start all the way at the bottom. We're going to play each note 3 times. Here we go. Starting on D. D, D, 3 times. Bow. D, D, D. Add your first finger. E, E, then up, up, up. G, G, G. Now A, I, B, 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 C, 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 D, D, D. Swell. Okay, so now we're going to do that again, and we're going to do it in parts, because when we play an orchestra, we don't always play the exact same thing the entire time. We have to make sure that we can be independent from each other across the orchestra. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to attempt to do this without an A string. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and then Libby and Mr. Rad are going to come in second. So Mr. Rad's going to give a big nod when it's time for cellos and basses to go first. So violins and violas, you're going to go first with me. Here we go. I'm first. 1, 2. I go first. D, E. Cello, bass, go. All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, we're going to add one more song before we get off the air tonight. we're going to work on Bow Them Cabbage. That's that song where we learn the cellos and the bass parts, they have their own part, and the violins and violas, they have their own part. So we're going to start first with the cellos and the basses. For a quick review, cellos and basses, you don't have to play with the bow right on this song. So you sit it on the floor carefully. Okay, so you start with what we refer to as da dad. D, A, D, A, D. Try it. 1, 2. You start it. Go. D, A, D, A, D. And then we go through our pattern, which is D, D, G, G. All open strings. D, D, A, D, D, G, G. Da da D, A, D, A, D. Let's do it again. We sing bow them cabbage down, down, bow them cabbage down. The only song that I could sing was bow them cabbage down. We're gonna play violins, violas. F, 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 G, G, F, 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 E, G, F, 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 G, G, F, F, E, G. Do it again. F, 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 G, G, F, 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 E, G, F, 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 E, G, G, F, F, E, G. Violins, viola, skunk in the barnyard. Skunk in the barnyard. Everyone, P-U, go. All right. Nice job, everybody. Well, I hope you were able to join us. And if you want to get ready and keep practicing, go back to the beginning of this video and do the whole thing all over again. I know I will definitely go back and watch it just for sheer entertainment of watching the goofies over here because I have to stay focused. So, it's a little tricky. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Oh. Everybody wants to know, when's the concert going to be? I'm going to tell you right now. First one to hear it live. It is going to be next Wednesday night at 7 p.m., which is January 30th. When's it going to be? January 30th. So we shall see you there. And, I will talk to you all at school tomorrow. See ya. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.